Hi, how's it going? Today I'm going to be going over all the special fish in Hypixel Skyblock. Now, special fish are some of the most iconic and well-known items in the game. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to mention that I'm almost at 1K subs, so if you wanted to subscribe to help me reach that would be pretty awesome. With that, let's get on with the video. So of all the fish in the game, there's 16 available special fish. Now, there are 4 that you cannot get anymore other than buying from the auction house, so keep that in mind when going for a collection. Also, these can get pretty pricey if you want to buy them off the auction house, so yeah. So starting with the first fish ever added to the game all the way back in August of 2019, yes, 2019, this has been in the game for that long. We have Nope the fish. Probably the most iconic, the one most people have. Now the way to actually get this is to travel over here to the end island. Once you get here, there's an NPC called Goober. All you have to do is hop on this pressure plate and complete the race to the other side of the end. The race is pretty easy and there's plenty of tutorials on how to do it, so this should not be that much of a problem. At a certain point, once you beat a certain record, he will reward you with Nope the fish. Although, keep in mind that if you're in an Iron Man profile, you can only get one of these, so yeah, be careful what you do with it. Now, there is actually one more fish you can get in the end, and that is Shrimp the fish. Now, the way you get this is by jumping down the dragon's nest and going and finding these shiny blocks. Once you mine them, there's a really small chance to drop Shrimp the fish, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's that simple. Now, in case you're lucky enough to watch this video during a spooky event, there are 2 more fish you can pick up during that time. The first one is Bat the fish. Now, this fish you get by killing bat pinatas. If you don't know, bat pinatas is a mob that spawns in during the spooky festival. It has a low chance to drop Bat the fish, and that's pretty much all you do. The way you find these mobs is by going to an island during the spooky festival and waiting for a message in chat saying that a mega bat has spawned. You can use something called an echolocator, which is purchased from the fearmonger for some candy, to find the bat and then kill it and get your fish. There is one more item you can get from the spooky festival, and that's Candy the fish. Obviously the best fish in the game. Candy the fish can be obtained by killing mobs during the spooky festival, which have a small chance to spawn in the trick-or-treat chest, and that chest has a small chance to give you Candy the fish. Now, I probably should have planned the timing of this video better, because this is currently right after a spooky event, and right before a Jerry event. The reason that's important is because the next 3 fish you can obtain are all from the Jerry event, which happens about once every 5 IRL days, or once every Skyblock year. The first fish you can get is Gift the fish, which all you have to do is gift someone a present, and it has a chance to drop Gift the fish. Now, I don't know exactly what rarity the gift has to be, but I would personally recommend the red gifts. The next one we have is Flake the fish. This one's also pretty simple. All you have to do is fish in the Jerry pond. The Jerry pond is basically the 2 bodies of water on the left side of the Jerry island. It really isn't that hard. Or you could just save yourself like an hour and just buy one for 200k. The last one we have is actually really annoying to get. It's Cluck the fish. I don't have this fish myself, because it costs around 22 million coins from the auction house. The reason Cluck the fish is so expensive is because it's really difficult to get, and it's completely RNG based. And I'm sure you're like, well, me, what's the difference between that and the other fish? Well, in order to get Cluck the fish, you need to stand next to Gulliver. Gulliver is an NPC that also lets you do the frozen chicken race to get the frozen chicken talisman. Next to him, he has a pet chicken which occasionally will lay an egg. By standing next to that chicken, it has a small chance, and when I mean small, I mean like the amount of new subscribers I get per video type of small chance to drop from Gulliver the chicken. There isn't any way to speed up this process, although what a couple people have tried doing is feeding the chicken seeds, which apparently is supposed to speed it up. I'm not sure, but I would recommend just buying it for 22 million coins. You'll probably save yourself tons of time. And if you're a new player that just happens to see Cluck the fish in your inventory, you should give it to me because it's completely worthless. With the addition of the Dwarven Mines update, it's added yet another fish. This one is called Rock the fish. Now, the way you get this is by heading down onto the mines. I don't think it exactly matters what area you're in, but it's probably better if you're in an unpopulated area. Now, occasionally, and when I say occasionally, I mean very occasionally, you'll get these dragon eggs that spawn on Mithril, I don't know if there's any way to increase the spawn rate of them, but basically they are called dark monoliths. All you do is you mine them and you get a ton of mythril powder, but it also has a small chance to drop rock the fish. However, I don't recommend going out and grinding for this because in my entire time of mining, I'm currently mining 48 and I was mining like 25 before the update, so I've mined a good amount. I have only ever seen like one of these, so I would not recommend grinding for this. And if you look on the auction house, there aren't actually any up right now, so yeah, apparently they're super rare. The next fish we have is Experiment the Fish. Like the name implies, all you have to do is do your daily enchanting experiment, which is something you should be doing anyway. It's a rare chance to get from the Super Pairs minigame, and it shouldn't be too hard. I believe they sell for around 2 million coins, although that price does fluctuate. So if you see it in your Super Pairs table, make sure to pick it up because it is actually a pretty sizable amount of profit. One thing to keep in mind though is that I am 100 million XP over enchanting 60, and I've only ever seen 2, and unfortunately I did lose one of them because I couldn't find a match, so I'd recommend just buying it, of course, if you want to add it to your collection. For the last of the fish that are actually still able to be obtained, we have Max, Goldor, and Storm the Fish. The way you get these 3 fish is actually quite simple. All you have to do is run floor 7 and you should occasionally see a couple of these fish. Now, they're not too rare. The wiki says they are rare, but I've only done like 130 runs of floor 7 and I've seen plenty of them. They're also super cheap on the auction house if you can't run floor 7 yet. Not to mention they also just look super cool. I mean, look at that, dude. Now, there are 4 more fish in the game, but to my knowledge, they're currently unobtainable. These fish are Oops the Fish, Spook the Fish, Chill the Fish, and Egg the Fish. The way you get these is by fishing in the hub during a specific time of the year or a specific event. If you fished in the hub during summer of 2020, you had a chance to get Oops the Fish. Halloween 2020 was Spook the Fish. If you fished in the holiday season instead of spending time with your family like I did, you had a chance to get Chill the Fish. And this year, not too long ago, we had Egg the Fish, which was a part of the Easter 2021 event. Now, I wasn't able to find too much information, but I believe you also had to go to Jerry to claim your reward if you wanted this fish. So I'm sure a lot of people could have gotten this fish, but didn't because they didn't actually go to Jerry. One caveat is that you also can't auction these, so to my knowledge there actually is not any way to get this unless you buy it directly from a player. They also seem to be pretty rare in general because in my entire year and a month of playing Skyblock, I have not ever come across one of these fish, nor have I come across someone that owns one. Alright, well that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy or if this was helpful in any way, consider subscribing. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm super close to 1K and it's been my dream for a while. I've been at this YouTube thing consistently for about 2 years now, and it's always been my goal to hit 1,000 subscribers. Also, as summertime is coming up soon, I do plan on streaming a lot during the summer, so if you want to catch me during some of the streams, feel free. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say, and I will see you guys later. Bye!